Hello, All Nile here, and currently we are doing Payday 2. I have decided to go and try to show you how to pull off the map Shadow Raid successfully, or at least that's the plan. I'm not going too crazy with difficulty. Overkill will be fine for this video. If you get the hang of it, you can easily pull it off on Deathwish 2, even on solo. Actually, well, I guess you can argue that the less people you have on the map, the better, because, well, there's less risk of someone getting spotted, but with more people you can finish it easier. So, well, so basically, if you know what you're doing on a stealth map, well, basically you're good. It takes practice. Practice. So, Shadow Raid. Now, it's one of those maps where stealth is basically the only option. So if you get spotted, you have like a minute to get out of the map, if you even have the objectives completed, which currently is on Shadow Raid you have to collect a certain number of loot bags. On normal it's 3 bags, which is, well, pretty simple if you know where to look for stuff. And on Overkill it's 12. Minimum of 12 loot bags need to be carried out into one of the, well, either the basic loot drop-off point, the van outside the depot, which we will see in a second, or you can unlock a variety of other loot drop-off points on the map among these pre-planning bonuses that you can get for yourself. Speaking of one of these drop-off points, I usually go for the waterfront garbage. It's one of the drop-off points that worked out really well for me. It's like in an alleyway, not a lot of people go about this way. There's usually one guard patrolling this area here. It's like an alleyway, a stair down here, and like walk here right in front of the Potomac River apparently. So yeah, but on Overkill I think we should be fine. This is a safe area with the garbage thing here that we can drop off your loot. And the other thing I normally go for is, well, I guess it's a pretty common thing to do on Shadow Raid, is the termite base. Not there, here, right at the start. This will be useful later on, which, well, I will tell you where and where I normally use it when I'm playing solo, or basically anywhere else. Well, obviously with weapons and armor you have to go for highest concealment possible. It helps a lot. So just make your guns have the highest possible concealment. The Carrefour can be modded really well and basically can achieve like a really high concealment rate because of well, integral silencer helps, retractable stock, you know, stuff like this, and with pistol as well. Put a silencer on it basically and don't put anything else. This is a Strick 18C. Has a pretty good concealment too, so yeah. Big concealment is important for stealth, that's the gist of it. Let's get to it. And body bags helps. If you have that perk, of course. Alright, there we go. So this is the depot, of course. You start out here. This is the loot drop-off point, and the other one is over there, marked on the mark with that little suitcase. Alright, now first of all, well, one of the entry points would be through the sewers, but there are a couple of locked off areas, like really heavy bars. And that's where you need the termite. Let's just call it termite. I'm not even sure how it's actually pronounced. But we are not going to do that just yet. We have to explore a little and see what's what. Also, in any stealth situation in Payday 2, it usually helps a lot, even if you are soloing a map, to highlight every guard you can. Because, well, they remain highlighted for like 10 seconds, and it usually helps, you know, being aware of where the guards are, even if they are not in your field of view anymore, like now. So yeah, just, you know, battle awareness really helps. And especially if you're playing with others, it just helps them to, you know, figure out where the guards are, where they should expect guards to occur. So yeah, just do that and you'll be fine. Oh, hello. Exactly. There's a bunch of guys down there. There's a camera over here. I haven't highlighted this guy manually. That's the Sixth Sense perk of the Vigilante, I think it's called. Or Fugitive, sorry. The Fugitive, the 5th skill 3. Okay, first of all, what I normally do is taking out the cameras. On Overkill, they are just standard cameras that you can actually break. Not that I would recommend it, because, well, the guards usually come out and investigate. It might even instantly trigger the... Now I wonder where this guy will be. Okay, not out here. Because once you open this door, it becomes part, I mean this route here outside becomes part of the guards' patrol routines. So there's a chance that they will come out here and walk all the way down there. Also, don't worry, I have noticed the little gauge pack over there, but it's not really an issue right now. Any guards? No? Okay. So this is where you can drop off the loot when you have this little unlock thing, pre-planning stuff. Okay, well, might as well have a look inside. There is a chance that there is a guard behind this door, a bit further back, but we can dodge him if he is actually there. No, it's clear. But there's a camera here. Oh, there's movement. I saw movement. Probably left. But anyway... Oh, I see some coke over there. I think I can get that out of here without the cameras noticing me. There we go. Oh, there we go. That was what I was saying. I mean, I can always put them on loop, which is a ghost kill. But it's not really necessary right now. I can trick the cameras easily. You can avoid them. Oh, there's another one. And like I said, you can just take care of the camera room by killing the guard station there. Luckily, camera guards never get replaced for some reason. Lucky for us, I suppose. Alright, where is this little ledge? Here. You really have to be careful with, you know, jumping around when it's just you doing a stealth map, or any map for that matter. Alright, just quickly here. Oh, there's a guard there. Usually helps to keep an eye out for their little flashlights that they have. Oh, well, that's not good. I should probably wait. So yeah, Sixth Sense, that perk I talked about earlier, really helps. Because you don't actually have to see, like, guards or even civilians in order to know if they are still where you last saw them, or whether they have actually moved. It also helps because you can't manually highlight civilians by default. I'm not sure why that was, but that is so as it is. But for me, it would really help a lot if you could highlight civilians as well. He's taking his sweet time. I guess I could scout around a little while he is doing that. Let's not forget about this. Looks good so far. There's no guards here, no camera here either. Usually some money bag here. There's no server, no money. I would need a crowbar to open this. There's usually at least, well, a couple crowbars hidden on this map. Well, more or less hidden. Oh, he left, okay. Didn't even notice it. Alright, let's lock this, pick this lock. Yeah, and that's a chopper incoming. It happens pretty much all the time. And two things can happen. Let's just take care of this guy first. So either the chopper that you probably can hear right now. Yeah, that's the chopper arriving. So either it drops off a container that has a valuable artifact that you can also steal, or it drops a number of extra guards on the map, which is less ideal. Okay, so cameras are offline now, so don't have to worry about that anymore. There's a guard right there, didn't even see it. I have to be careful now because I can't run with the server on my back. And what I normally do here is just throw it there and it slides right into the corner down there. Have to be careful with, you know, throwing your loot bags around, because if a guard has a visual of it, even from a mile away, they will immediately notice it. So you have to be careful where you put your loot bags if you don't immediately put them in the, you know, loot drop-off point. Oh. Is this guy coming this way? Yes. That's not a good position to die.
I bet it's sunspots. I read about them in the
Fingers crossed that no one will come through here. I'm a bit far away from completing this map. Alright, lucky. I'll just throw it there, it will slide off. There we go. It's perfect. I might as well pick up this package.
Alright.
It's the red spider. Okay, what's next? Getting a crowbar would help. Wasn't there something around here? Thought I noticed something that I could steal, but I would need a crowbar for this. Okay, I guess that's something I could do. Wait, is that? No. No crowbar in here. Maybe now would be a good time to take a different route. Here. Well, first of all, bring the server into the garbage. Alright. That's a third of what we need, so we're doing good so far. Alright, now this is also another entry point to the wall facility, basically, the sewers. So one of these grates. Now, in order to open these you need a termite. It just takes a while to burn through it, and afterwards you just basically, you can go through it. But the limitation is that you can only bring 2 cans of termite to a map. And you have at least 3, but by default you have like 4 of these grates, so you have to make decisions on which ones you actually want to open. There's also a crowbar here in the sewers. This is basically here all the time, most of the time. Alright, let's open this one. But the good thing about these grates that I just opened here is that while you have to burn them through in order to pass through them, you can throw loot bags under these grates here. I mean the bars. So if there's someone on the other side, you can just chuck the bag underneath and he can bring it over, or you can if you are soloing it. It's just something to consider when you are bringing loot outside of a place. Where is that guy going? Actually, there's 2 of them. There's no coke here, there's a gun case over there, pretty much 100% of the time. It's fine, you don't need to be excited. I'm just open this bag of weapons. Thank you very much. Let's just wait here for the 6th sense to kick in. He's still there. There's a possibility that this guy became static. Not even sure if that's the right word. So basically, some of the guards eventually will become, you know, stationary. They will stop patrolling and they just won't move. It actually might be that both of these guys are static. Alright, just be careful. Also, again, careful with jumping from, you know, ledges and especially with ladders, because it happened to me before that that I missed the ladder, and, well, you can guess what happened. And because you're solo, you just cannot allow that thing to happen, because there's no one else to pick you up. So it's best to take it slow when you're approaching ladders or ledges of any kind. Okay, so those guys at the bottom are static, so we should probably take a different route. Also pick up another can of thermite, if we should ever need it. Alright. Oh yeah, that's the extra container that was dropped off by the helicopter before, and there's like a really heavy piece of artifact in there, and of course it's really valuable too, so okay. This is also another spot where you can safely drop down even if you don't have the cat burglar perk. Oh, there's a guy down there, something to keep an eye out for. Back here, no one so far, but at least now I have a crowbar. Oh, I saw a civvy over there. No guards here, no guards here. Well, that's what I meant. Artifact. Oh no, someone was about to notice me. Boy, close call, close call. Alright, all good. It was risky, but we pulled it off. Yeah, this is really the burden of these artifacts and basically any type of heavy loot, because it just weighs you down incredibly. I mean, I have perks that increase my walking and running speed, and this is as fast as I can walk with it, so yeah. But it's worth it. Currently we are on $1.5 million of dollars. Alright, I burned this through, so I guess I can use it too. Maybe I should actually have a look over here. Oh. For the most part, there usually is a set of bars here, but it changes. I mean, it varies. 50% of the time it's not there, so yeah. Sometimes you get lucky by like that. Alright, open this grate. This place is usually safe. There might be a camera, but we have, of course, taken care of that already. We can have a look in these containers. Excellent. In you go. Oh, sorry. Close call there, but it's just a single guard. Nothing to really worry about. And there's another one. Okay, let's wait a bit.
There's one.
This guy's somewhere here, yeah. Guard. Just keep them highlighted. You know, battle awareness. It always helps.
Watch it, guys.
Alright, there is another container roughly where they are now. Right here. Oh, two of them actually. Lots of dinars, I guess. So that's like 3 extra loot bags that I can bring back. It'll take a while, but it's worth it. And there's a bunch more containers that you can open in the outside area, but it can get a bit risky. It's usually filled with guards and some civilians. Taking care of civilians is easier, of course, because they don't have the pagers that you have to answer, as is the case with the guards. Well, you get some money deducted from you. That's basically the worst that happens. Unless, of course, someone else notices the corpse first and then chaos ensues, which is not good. Alright, so that's 2/3 of the required loot returned, and we are like 16 minutes into the game. Ouch. On Overkill you can pretty much finish up the required amount of loot in like 20 minutes. On Death Wish I would say half an hour. Obviously that's a bit more difficult. There are more guards, and there are other factors that might make things a bit more difficult. Of course, cameras are replaced. I mean, on Death Wish they are replaced with Titan cameras, which cannot be... You cannot break those type of cameras, but then again I never really break cameras on the Shadow Raid, so it's not really a concern. It's mostly the guards you have to worry about. Alright, that's the last of the money bags, which will be the 8th bag. Just need another one. And of course we can overwork, of course. I mean, there's just a bunch of stuff that I haven't opened, like that picture crate I saw earlier that needed a crowbar. Oh, there we go. I guess I could do that. It's going through the roof again. And there's the big warehouse that I haven't even touched yet. And it usually has like 6 to 7, like half a dozen of crates that you can open if you have a crowbar on you, which can be very profitable. I think I'll also go in through this way. Easier to get to the picture I saw. I mean the crate with the picture inside, obviously. Sometimes there is a server here as well, just like before, in the other room where the camera was. Alright. Original Gustav? Yep. Alright, so that's basically it's our final piece of loot, but I mean, money is good, right? We can stay a while and loot other things. I've already opened this one. I just have to make sure that there are no guards, or that... Yep, there's a guard right there. I should probably wait for him to leave before opening one of these with the key card I picked up from the guard inside. And then I can open the thing with the crowbar. Well, of course you don't always get loot inside these wooden crates. It's pretty random. Oh, there's a civilian, great. Well, at least civilians take a lot of time, you know, standing around in that windowed area, because that's an important job apparently. Alright, just do your job, it's fine. Well, I mean, I could tie him up and bring him inside the camera room where no one else will go. Good, it's empty, great. Alright, well, I don't really see anything else up here, so we might as well go somewhere else. Also, you can pretty much walk on barbed wire, it's cool. Okay, let's just take the painting here. It counts as a light piece of loot, so you can run with it too. Nice. I don't mind hanging around a little more. Oh yeah, these guys are definitely static, so this actually isn't a good approach. Because there was that other guy as well. I can't really go this way unless I kill the guard there. So I think I will take a different approach. Might as well show you. I mean, being an instructional video of sorts, I might as well demonstrate a couple of routes that you can take when you want to tackle this map. So there's this top floor area. This is where the helicopter lands if it drops off the extra guards instead of the container I told you about earlier. So there's a couple of doors here, and if you go inside here, basically you'll arrive to the warehouse area. And as you can see right there, for instance, it is filled with a couple, well, not filled, that would be a bit overkill, no pun intended, but there are at least 7 of these crates that you can open in here. Also civilians. Are you kidding me? What are you doing up here? That's not good. Did you, where is he? Did he leave? Question mark? Oh yeah, okay, we're good. There was a bit of a surprise there. Alright, let's see. Okay. Let's see what's in box number 1. Oh, a good start. Box number 2, an artifact, awesome. Wow. Really? 2 artifacts? Do I want this? Well, at least these guys are static, I can just drop stuff down here. Yeah, this is also a special wall that requires 2 key cards, and you have to insert them at the same time too, so it's not really something you can pull off solo. So the samurai armor will remain in there for the time being. Okay, there you go. Oh, nothing to see here. Also, I just realized I nearly strafed into that opening there. That would have been a bit embarrassing. I almost did it again. It's just 2 artifacts, I can't even believe this. Normally you get this amount of... I mean, so far I thought that this is only possible on Death Wish. I mean, the value of loot just increases the more difficult the game gets. Oh, careful, careful, like. There you go. I may have to edit this out because this is not really the content I want. I mean, it's just me logging 2 heavy pieces of loot to a garbage. I never know what those things are called. So yeah, the loot drop-off points. So yeah, but I think at this point it's safe to say that we have managed to complete the map, and without much problem. I mean, I've had to take care of 2 guards. One of them out of necessity, I guess, because he walked right into us, basically. Up on the balcony there, and the other one was the camera guy. But yeah, so basically we have 1. Is this the artifact? And I haven't even used the other can of termite that I guess I could have used in the beginning to open up different routes in the sewers, and for instance I could have made the original drop-off point more accessible, like opening a route between the building and the drop-off point out there on the street. So basically it's up to you. You just have to make a plan and improvise if that plan is well messed up by extra guards dropping in or whatever. It happens. So you have to expect the unexpected and always remain quiet. Alright, that's last piece of coke. This is a pretty good haul, considering. I mean, yeah, $4.5 million. That's pretty good. Okay, I think I can call it a day. This is good. I'm just gonna sprint out here. Usually helps to stick to this side of the road because most of the time there is a guard right there. So also don't throw your loot bags around out here. Like I said, they can notice it if those bags are not on your back. So it's just a dead giveaway.
Checkmate, motherfucker!
Right.
That was textbook whisper mode, guys. Great work.
It's a good amount of money. Most of it will go offshore, of course, but it's a good 700,000 in our spending cash. It's a bunch of experience. It will help gaining the next infamy, I guess, soon enough. And let's see if we get a drill, which were, introduced in our latest in the Crime Fest update. No, that's a mask. The troll. Oh, I already have it. Okay, it's fine. Well, there you go. That was my attempt, and glad to say that it was a successful attempt at Shadow Raid solo on Overkill. I've been Old Nile, and thank you for watching this video, and we'll see each other next time.